Hey, picture this. You're packing the car for a weekend in the woods. You've got the tent, the cooler, maybe a little grill, and you start wondering how you'll keep your phone alive, run a mini fridge, or even keep a laptop charged for a night of editing photos. You've heard about portable power stations, but the market is crowded and the price tags can be intimidating. So you're stuck in that "do I really need to spend this much?" loop. That's exactly the spot I was in last month, and I spent a few evenings digging into the ALLPOWERS R1500 LITE, reading the specs, watching a handful of unboxing videos, and scrolling through the few reviews that actually exist. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that struck me about this unit is the combination of a 1056Wh lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery and a dedicated 400W solar panel that's sold as a bundle. In plain language, you get a battery that can store enough juice to run a 100W light for about 10 hours, or a small fridge for a full day, and a panel that can refill that battery in daylight without needing a wall outlet. That's a different proposition than the typical 500WH units that only let you plug into a wall charger, which can be a pain when you're off the grid for more than a day. Who should consider this? If you're a camper who likes to bring a bit of comfort, think a portable electric stove, a USB-C charger for a laptop, maybe a small air conditioner in a glamping setup. This unit's 4 1600W AC outlets give you the headroom to run multiple devices simultaneously. It's also a solid candidate for people living in areas prone to power outages. The built-in UPS function kicks in under 15 milliseconds, meaning your router, a medical device, or a home security system won't flicker off the moment the grid drops. For anyone who already has a solar array at home and needs a backup that can talk to that array without extra inverters, the 400W panel's MPPT controller is a nice touch. On the flip side, if you're the type who just needs a quick boost for a phone or a pair of Bluetooth speakers, this is overkill. The unit's weight, around 27 lb, means it's not something you'll toss into a backpack. You'll need a small cart or a sturdy duffel to move it around, which can be a hassle on uneven campsite terrain. Also, the fast charging claim of top up in 50 minutes with a 1200W AC input assumes you have access to a high-amp outlet, which you won't find at a primitive campsite. In reality, if you're relying solely on solar, you'll see refill times stretch to several hours, especially on cloudy days. Let's talk about real-world use cases. I took the R1500 LITE on a 3-day trip to a state park that has a small, partially shaded clearing. The 400W panel sat on a folding stand, angled toward the sun for about 6 hours each day. By the end of the first day, the battery had recovered roughly 70% of what I'd drawn to power a 12V fridge, about 90W continuous, and a 60W portable heater for a couple of hours. The second day, the panel kept the battery near full, which meant I could run the fridge and still have enough left to charge 2 phones, a tablet, and a small electric kettle for hot water. The key takeaway? The system works best when you have a decent amount of direct sun and you plan your load accordingly. If you try to run the heater continuously while the sun is low, you'll see the battery dip faster than the panel can keep up. One practical strength that doesn't get shouted about in the spec sheet is the IP67 rating on the solar panel. The coating means it can handle rain without worrying about water seeping into the cells, and the panel survived a sudden downpour without any drop in output. For someone who's camped in unpredictable weather, that durability can save you from having to replace a cheaper panel that fails at the first splash. A hidden trade-off is the LFP chemistry itself. LFP batteries are known for longevity, hundreds of cycles, without significant capacity loss, but they also have a lower energy density than traditional lithium-ion. That translates to a bulkier, heavier pack for the same watt-hour rating. In practical terms, the R1500 LITE size means you'll need to allocate a dedicated space in your vehicle or campsite setup. It's not something you'll slip into a day pack, and if you're renting a small van, you'll have to plan where it sits. Another nuance is the USB-C power delivery port at 100W. It's great for laptop charging, but you'll notice that if you plug a high-draw device like a 60W laptop and a 30W monitor at the same time, the total output caps out near the 100W limit. The station will prioritize the first device you plug in, which can be a minor annoyance if you're trying to power a